Good morning, everybody. Another episode of the Keep Going podcast, athletes shining a light on mental health. Another full boat on a Sunday morning, a lot of good football to come. But before we get into that, I got Gabby Baker here. Gabby, what's going on?
Hey, how are you? Not
Yep.
much.
Really nice to have you here. Where are you coming out of today?
I am from Grafton, Mass, but I go to college at Emmanuel in Boston.
Look at that. And I'm going to go to Jackie next because there's a connection here. Go ahead, Jackie.
Beantown, baby. Let's go.
Yes. So
Are
would
you
that make you, I was about to say, would that make you a Pats fan? Because if that, we're just going to cancel the whole podcast or so.
Well, if we're gonna cancel the podcast, then I won't answer.
No, you can answer it. Go ahead, answer it.
Yes, that would make me a Pats fan.
All right, then I'm letting Jackie go next. Go, Jackie.
Yeah, she's from Mash. She probably has the Pats logo branded on her right now.
I love that. I love that. Well, Jackie, you're coming out of Mass too today, correct?
I am. I'm home right now, coming off a late night at work last night and going in back in a little bit, but happy to be able to jump on the pod today.
Yeah, what a great hat, too. Make sure you clip some of yourself today. That's fantastic. David Mitchell, what's going on, my brother?
What's going on? Another day coming out of Colorado, back home here. Looking forward to this episode.
No doubt. You can tell by the A on my chest. Like another Sunday, I'm back in the facility ready to roll. But Gabby, that's enough about us. Obviously, your background, being in the Mass area, being a soccer player, someone that got connected with us organically. Do you remember how you stumbled upon our page?
I think you guys just came up in my suggested, so I looked and I was like, wow, this is a really cool page. So I gave you guys a follow and kind of kept up with you guys.
I appreciate that. I know we put you on like a spotlight post a couple of years back, and at that time, it was a great problem to have. We had a lot of, guests that wanted to come on. And then you saw by our scheduling, we still have that problem, which is a good thing, but a lot of awesome people, coaches, athletes trying to come on. But tell me and tell the group why you wanted to come on today.
I wanted to come on today just to kind of like share a little bit more about my experience because I feel like a lot of athletes go through the same thing as even though there's like a different path, I think a lot of athletes kind of in one way or another go through the same thing, and I kind of wanted to share a little bit about me.
Yeah, no, I like that. Let's start from the beginning then. When did you start playing sports? When did this become kind of a focus for you?
Well, I started back when I was in kindergarten, so around 6 years old. Just kind of running around playing soccer, but it became more serious to me freshman year of high school. I was like, oh, I really, really want to do this. And I stopped. I was playing softball as well, but I stopped playing that in high school because I wanted to focus more on soccer and that recruiting process. So went through the whole recruiting process, ended up where I am now. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah. What I'd say is this. I don't have a soccer background. We've had several players and coaches on this podcast. What made soccer the one for you? Like, what made it different? Why is that your favorite?
I think the people that I played with made a really big impact on it. But I think like over softball or anything else I did, it was more of like that contact sport and it felt like more of the team sport. So it just had more of my interests in it.
Gotcha, gotcha. And Jackie, I don't know much about the women's sports side, so I'm gonna kick it over to an expert. Go ahead, Jackie.
I think soccer's one of the hardest. I was just thinking to myself, I'm like, I think soccer's one of the hardest sports. Like, I was always friends with some of the girls from my high school. I'm from Plymouth, Gaby, but I was always friends with the girls from my high school that played soccer. Few of them ended up playing, I think, for a year or two at Emmanuel. But soccer's hard. Like the preseason, you start in August, or sometimes earlier than August, you got club all the way through the winter and spring. Like you're conditioning all the time. Like soccer's hard, dude. While you were playing, was there anything that helped you in the off season keep you in shape, keep your mind sharp? Because I know any girl or guy that's ever played soccer, like they're at it year round.
Yeah, so my team at least we did like check-ins every couple weeks, like have a Zoom call with the whole team, like, oh, this is where you guys should be at. And then we posted on Strava every time we worked out. So it was kind of like that accountability from your teammates. So you see your teammates are doing this, so I should go out there and do this as well.
Yeah, I really like that. From the accountability standpoint, is there a certain teammate, a certain coach that you could shout out? Because we're all about the shout outs, Gabby. So, like, tell me when you were having a tough go or when you're running your 90th mile on Strava, like, what got you through that?
My roommate Annabelle is also one of the captains on the team, but we've been really close since we moved in together. We actually went to high school together, so we've had kind of like we know how we play with each other and had that chemistry before. So she knows how to read me and she knows when something's up. So she's like, you can do it. Like you just gotta push through. I know it's hard, but you can do it.
Yeah, I like that. Well, shout out, obviously the teammates and the coaches that have, helped you along the way. I'll bring up the elephant in the room. I mean, honestly, when you look at your graphics this week that we posted, or like you look at your Instagram one time, you see a goalkeeper that has crazy good size. Like my fiance now, we get married in a couple of weeks, 5'7", pitcher, built to play college softball. You have that college soccer goalkeeper build. Talk about how that helped you, one. And two, was that someone that was genetics or was it someone that you worked for? Talk about that.
So my size obviously was genetics, but I've been going to the gym since like middle school, so that was kind of, and I love the gym. That's what I'm like. I want to be a strength and conditioning coach at the collegiate level after I graduate. So that's kind of what my interest is. So I was in the gym, weightlifting, doing all that stuff. And I would say it did help me in the recruiting process because that's a lot of things that the recruiters or the coaches saw was, oh my God, she's tall and like I can get to the ball and I could hold it well. So I didn't need to do like the flashy jumping. Like I could catch the ball and kind of distribute it quickly without having to jump and then land on the ground and then get back up because that time matters, especially when you want to be quick out of the back.
Yeah, and I have a lot of my athletes out here in the Chicagoland area that listen to this, and I wanted them to hear that because I have athletes that come in all shapes and sizes, like short, tall, mid-range. Like the point I wanted to make is you had to work for what you got. Like you still
Yeah.
had to put the work in. You've been in the weight room since middle school. I think that's amazing. Dave, go ahead.
Yeah, I think it says a lot about you. And for any athlete that wants to play at that higher level, I think putting in the extra work and getting into that weight room and having a little bit more of an edge is really important to do for anyone that's listening. So I would say get in there, put in the work, and yeah, just have a partner that you work out with too. Helps a ton.
No doubt. And I want to dig a little bit deeper, Gabby. I mean, at this point in time, throughout your career, there's been ups and downs. It's not always the good stuff of getting recruited and being in the weight room and being an awesome athlete like we touched on. Where's the keep going moment in this? Like, what was someone that kind of knocked you down that, now that we're maybe getting through still? Go ahead.
I think a big part of it was my environment that I was in during the when I played in college. I think there were like when the coaching staff was upset, they were upset and they would kind of single me out even if I wasn't the if the mistake wasn't directly my fault, like I would be singled out. So kind of the keep going moment that I had was one of my teammates was like, I don't know how you can like just take what he says and have it roll off of your back. Like I wish I could do that. But so it was kind of nice to hear that they could, I don't know, admire me for lack of a better word for doing that and just kind of taking what he said with a grain of salt.
Yeah. And I'm sorry to hear that happened, obviously. Um, we've all had coaches that we haven't gotten along with, and things have happened along the way. That's why we're athletes, and that's why we have this podcast. I guess my part B of the keep going moment would be, how did you get through those tough practices, those tough games when things were going around? Did you have coping mechanisms? Did you lean on your people? Like, what were the things that you did to make yourself feel better?
I leaned a lot on my parents and then my best friend, who's actually from Chicago. She she was an athlete at the school too, but she ended up transferring for a few different reasons. But I would talk to her a lot because she was kind of going through the same thing I was. And I'd be like, I don't really know like what to do. And she'd be like, well, you're at this point in the season, like it's okay. There's only a few more practices left, and then those practices are an hour and a half out of your day. Like it's gonna be okay. It,
Yeah.
yeah.
You need your people, and
Yeah.
sometimes it's way bigger than the sport. What I've come to realize here. Jackie, I'll go to you. Obviously, you're someone that your career was cut a little bit short due to a couple factors. Go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard too when you go to play a college sport for a certain reason, you expect to get something out of it, and then maybe you don't get that out of it. But at the end of the day, like, I mean, at least on my end and with my story is I thought I was going to be playing 4 years of college basketball. I went in. That's not when I got what I got out of it. I had the COVID year and I didn't end up playing due to mental, physical reasons. But what I did get out of it was the fact that, okay, for 10 plus years, I focused on one thing and I was able to do that. And because I was able to put my head down and focus and be disciplined, maybe I didn't get out of it what I hoped for, but I ended up where I needed to be and I got friendships out of it. I got discipline out of it. So I hope you can look at your situation similarly. Maybe you weren't treated the way you should have been. Maybe you didn't get exactly what you wanted out of the game of soccer, but I hope that you can look back and be able to reflect in a positive light and that I did get friendships out of it. I did get discipline out of it. You know, now you have your love for the gym, which will translate into a career. So looking at it now might be a little hard, but looking at it a few years down the road, you'll probably have a better perspective about it in the way that I do.
Yeah, for sure.
I like that. And then going into the professional realm, I completely agree. You know, someone that works in baseball now, like myself, I mean, if you look at my baseball career, I wouldn't say it was perfect, like by any means, but being able to jump on, be a recruiter now, be able to do lessons, work with athletes, come on the podcast every week. I look back and go, I'm the luckiest man alive. Like, I wouldn't trade places with anybody in the game. And I've been very adamant about that. I guess the last thing I'd ask you, and I'll kind of kick it over to Dave. When it comes to soccer now, do you still want to be associated with it? Or is this something that you're picking up other things now to kind of replace that void? Would be my question.
I do still want to be associated with it. I think right now it's just kind of taking a step back from playing just to kind of give myself that space, but soccer has been and always will be a big part of my life. Over the summer for the past few years, I've been coaching soccer at a few different camps, so I would love to get involved in that post grad as well, maybe with one or two teams, kind of focusing more on the coaching side. And I definitely want to start playing like rec more for fun, less competitive, just to kind of get out there and still play.
On the coaching side, I promise I'm going to Dave. But on the coaching side, do you feel like you're making up for lost time? Do you feel like you're trying to give athletes what you might have not got at times?
I think so. I think like I've known that I've always wanted to coach at some capacity, but now I think what I've gone through, the different coaches that I've had, I want to kind of give that back to other athletes, and maybe I want them to have a better experience than I did, both like competitively, mentally. I just want to be that person for them.
Leaving it better than you found it. I
Mhm.
love that, Gabby. All right, Big Dave's mailbag. Let's get it rolling, Dave. Go ahead.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of people that may be going through a hard time mentally or maybe going struggling with something at work or in the classroom, what advice would you give them if they're going through that hard time right now?
I would say take a break, like just take a breather, step back from it. Like it's still gonna be there. Yeah, if you have a deadline to meet, it's okay. Just take the break if you need it. Like reach out to someone. I think in my experience, if I reach out to someone and say, like, I'm having a really hard time, like, I need an extension or I just need to take a break from this. Everyone that I've talked to has been understanding about it. So I would say, I know it's scary to kind of reach out to someone, but I would say reaching out to someone definitely doesn't hurt. And then if they don't understand, they don't understand, and that's their problem. But at least that you tried to reach out and explain what was
Yeah.
going on.
Yeah, I think that's important to just reach out and talk to someone and connect with someone if you are going through that hard time. Yeah, I like that answer a lot. Um, when things are going good for you, is there something that you do every single day? Eat healthy or work out, or what do you do when things are going good for you?
I think when things are going good for me, I work out. That is my staple. Like I love going to work out. So when things are going good, going bad, I like to go to the gym just to kind of regulate, I guess, those emotions that I have. So whether it's really good emotions, it's okay. Like, yes, this feels really good, but I can't also let that go to my head. Or this doesn't feel great, but I can't let that consume me. So I kind of go there to regulate.
Yeah, yeah, I think that's important for myself as well. Even if I don't feel like going after that 30 minutes, an hour, it doesn't have to be a 2 hour workout. Just get in the gym and do something and move your body can
Mhm.
be very, very beneficial for your mental health, I think. And my last question is what advice would you give to someone that's going into their freshman year of college?
I would say, and I know a lot of people will say it, is just enjoy it. Like, it's going to be really exciting. I think it's also going to be scary. So also having those people that you can kind of lean on, whether it's friends from home, family, new friends that you're gonna make. Also just make those connections. I know again, also it's scary, but those people are all in the same boat as you. So they're probably going to be looking for those friends, those people as well.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. You don't know who you're gonna meet if you don't try to go and say hello and introduce yourself. Even though it's really scary and it may be really out of your comfort zone. Like for myself, like when I was in school, it was hard for me to connect with people as maybe more of an introvert. But when you do connect with that person and just create that relationship, and it can go a really far way. So yeah, that's great advice. Pete, what you got?
Yeah, I would just first and foremost want to thank you, Gabby, for coming on. I know this isn't the most comfortable deal for you. And the fact that you've been with our team for the last 3 years, kind of organically finding our page, this is why we do this stuff, you know? And I've had this, I don't know how to phrase it. I've had a really good feeling about this episode so far because I understand that that's our purpose in this, Dave. We're coming up on 150 episodes. We got started. Our co-founder was a goalkeeper at the Division 3 level. It's like, it's funny. I'm a man of faith. So God, the universe, whatever you believe in, I think it's pretty cool to have you on. And I think it's been big for athletes going through those hard times right now. Um, I do want to give you a little bit more time to talk about people that mean a lot to you. You have a significant other, correct, right now?
Yeah.
That if I didn't bring that up, I feel like I'm letting down that part of your life. So talk about that a little bit.
Yeah, we've been together for 7 months, coming up next week. She has been my biggest support those past since I've met her, she's always been so supportive of me, even if like when I'm completely lost, like that's the person that I go to is her. Like, this is what I'm struggling with. Like, I don't know what to do. And when I made the decision to step away from soccer this year, she was my biggest support. She was like, you need to do what's right for you. Like, I don't have an opinion. I want you to do what is best for you. So she's been very supportive of me throughout that whole thing and kind of throughout those past 7 months. She's always been there for me, and I'm very lucky to have her.
Yeah, I think I can relate to that. My fiance is the same way. She went through her crap. I went through my crap, but you find that if you have people in your life that can kind of be there to kind of pick up the pieces, it's a really good feeling. And that could be a significant other. Like you talked about your parents earlier, like that is so big. You talked about teammates. I think we're better as a community, and that's kind of the point I'd like to get across today. Gabby, I know it is a Sunday. You woke up early for us. You took time out of your day. Is there anything else you'd like to tell our audience today that I might have missed?
No, other than you're gonna have hard times, and only at the end of the day, only you know what's best for you, whether it is taking a break or stepping away completely for a little bit, and whatever decision you make is okay, whether outside opinions tell you it's not okay, it's not their choice to make, it's your choice to make, and you need to do what's best for you.
Well, Gabby Baker, former collegiate athlete, a daughter, a significant other that has a lot of light in this world. Thank you for everything you do. And for young soccer players and young athletes in general, this is a must listen today. Get in there and do it for you. David Mitchell, send us home.
Yeah, thank you for coming on here today and impacting so many people. And always keep going.
Keep on going and go Pats. Are they playing today?
I don't know. I have
Well,
no
if they're
idea.
playing somewhere, I hope they do well, Gabby, okay?
Thank you so much.
All right, guys, keep going. We'll talk soon.
Bye.